A brand new report just dropped, revealing that Saudi Arabia, yes, one of the world's wealthiest nations with deep financial power, is preparing to pour a massive $10 billion from its sovereign wealth fund directly into XRP. That's right, $10 billion. This news comes via a source named Shibo, but that's not all. Another explosive update shows Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse claiming that XRP's total market value could skyrocket to an unbelievable $650 trillion. Yes, trillion with a T surpassing. Even Bitcoin in price, with XRP potentially hitting a jaw-dropping $120,000 per coin. And to top it all off, the President of the United States has reportedly signed an executive order integrating XRP and other American-based cryptocurrencies directly into the national payment system. XRP is now leading the charge in transforming the U.S. financial infrastructure. And if that wasn't enough, it turns out that financial giants like BlackRock and JP Morgan have been silently stacking up XRP behind the scenes. While everyone's focused on the current price, these major institutions are positioning themselves ahead of what could be a massive surge, potentially into the thousands per token. Here's the best part. We've teamed up with Uphold to give every viewer watching this video a chance to claim some free XRP. Don't miss out. This is literally a once-in-a-lifetime chance to grab free money. You have actual free money. All you need to do is hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Share this video with a friend, and use my exclusive link in the description to sign up on Uphold. Once you're in, you'll unlock up to $100 in free funds. You can use that to buy XRP, invest in any other crypto, or even cash it out directly. The whole thing takes under 5 minutes. It's completely free, so why not take advantage? Now let's dive straight into today's video. When we talk about XRP, we need to zoom out and look at the real potential. Because no, the true value of XRP isn't just $3.44. In fact, one of XRP's original creators, Arthur Brito, co-founder of Ripple, revealed way back on June 3, 2023, that XRP was engineered with a $10,000 price tag in mind. Not only that, but he emphasized that it was built to scale globally enough to serve all 7.5 billion people on Earth. And here's the kicker. He's not the only one saying it. Even Ripple's current CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, is making bold statements, calling Bitcoin a completed experiment and declaring that XRP is now the real solution, according to him. XRP was purposefully designed to reach a value of $10,000. Let's roll the clip and break it down. When you compare the performance of XRP to Bitcoin, the difference is massive. Sure, Bitcoin was groundbreaking and served as a powerful proof of concept, but when it comes to actual payments, it's falling short. Bitcoin transactions can take up to an hour to confirm, making it totally impractical for something like buying a cup of coffee. As Tabitha pointed out, no one wants to stand around for 60 minutes just to complete a purchase. Plus the transaction fees, not cheap. Where XRP comes in with faster speeds, lower costs, and real scalability built in from the ground up. Now let's talk about the real reason XRP's price has been held back. The SEC. A lot of people don't realize this. But before the SEC ever stepped into the crypto space, XRP was actually the second most valuable digital asset, ahead of Ethereum. But then everything changed. The SEC came out and essentially gave Ethereum a pass, saying it was probably fine. ETH soared, ... And then they turned around and hit Ripple with a lawsuit. XRP's value tanked. That's not how things are supposed to work. In a fair system, the government shouldn't be handpicking winners and losers in the free market. There should be a level playing field where innovation has room to grow. We fully believe that, in the long run, justice will prevail and the truth about XRP will come out. But in the meantime, it's frustrating, especially for the dedicated XRP community, or as many of you call yourselves, the XRP family. And look, a lot of viewers might be wondering what's the actual use case. Why does XRP matter so much? Great question, and we're going to dive into that. Some people still think XRP's only purpose is speculation, just like a lot of other tokens. But that's simply not true. While XRP can be speculated on because it's actively traded, the real use case runs much deeper. From the beginning, Ripple's mission wasn't just to create another token. It was to revolutionize how money moves globally. XRP was designed to power fast, low-cost, cross-border transactions. And now, things are scaling even further. Ripple is actively working to tokenize everything. They've just acquired a licensed broker-dealer and a clearinghouse member, which is a major move toward blending traditional finance with decentralized finance DeFi. This is massive. It's not just hype. This is the foundation for integrating the old financial system with the new one. And it doesn't stop there. Ripple was actually the second largest crypto project by market cap before the SEC came after them. That lawsuit might have slowed things down temporarily, but behind the scenes, XRP's utility has only grown stronger. They've launched their own stablecoin, and Bank of America has reportedly been using Ripple Tech to handle all internal transactions 100%. Plus, there are 83 patents connected to their work. That's serious infrastructure being built. It really feels like the floodgates are about to burst open. The rollback of SOB 121 was a major signal. When within hours of that change, institutions like Bank of America began signaling that they're fully committed to Ripple's ecosystem. And remember, they've been early partners since the beginning. Back when Ripple was mainly a messaging layer payment solution, even the tone from US banks has shifted dramatically. After the recent political developments, and especially looking toward the post-election landscape, conversations with major financial institutions have flipped overnight. Now they're talking about becoming reserve banking partners for Ripple's stablecoin and payment solutions. So yet's no longer a question of if, but when, and that when might be a lot sooner than anyone expected. So now that you've seen the clips, the facts, and the insider info, it's all about to unfold right before our eyes. But the real question is, why now? And how exactly is it going to happen? It all comes down to this. A staggering $650 trillion is set to enter the XRP ledger, and this could begin as soon as next week. Mark your calendars. The first wave of retail unlocking is expected on August 3rd, followed by a major institutional unlock on August 18th. And how is all that money going to flow in? It's happening through a breakthrough called Real Token. Built directly on the XRP ledger, Real Token is about to launch. It's not just a token. It's the backbone of RealFi, a game-changing platform that's set to transform the entire real estate market. It'll let users buy, sell, and interact with real estate assets using both Real Token and XRP. With all transactions fully secured and transparent on-chain, this isn't just another project, this is infrastructure. This is the foundation for massive capital to move through the XRP ecosystem, and this move is going to change everything. And if you take a closer look at Real Token, this is seriously next-level bullish. This project is poised to explode at any moment. I've been telling you about the XRP ledger for a while now, and now Real Token, which is built right on top of it, could be the key that unlocks insane profits. We're talking potential millions of dollars here. The chart looks crazy strong, massive support levels, barely any resistance. Orders are still flying in, and this thing could shoot up in price instantly. Honestly, even just $1,000 entering at the right time could trigger a major breakout. The setup is there. The volume is building. The momentum is real. Don't be surprised if you blink and this thing just takes off. And get this, some analysts are now forecasting that Real Token could skyrocket from just 2 cents all the way to $64,500. Yeah, you heard that right. From 2 cents to over 64 grand. That's a mind-blowing gain. And guess what? Already starting to pump, the early momentum is here, and this might just be the beginning of something huge. Right now, Real Token is already climbing. It's sitting at just over $0.035, and it's picking up serious momentum. The number of holders is growing fast, more people are talking about it, and the buzz is building every single day. Resistance levels practically evaporating. This thing is scaling at a pace we haven't seen before. It's growing exponentially. At that price, just a $1,000 investment could turn into over $6.4 million. Think about that. That's the kind of return that creates generational wealth. Now let's say you go in with $10,000 or $100,000. you're potentially looking at hundreds of millions, or even billionaire status if this plays out. Again, this isn't financial advice. It's about understanding the potential. You've got to do your own research. But this is a real, utility-backed project that's operating on the XRP ledger. It's not just Hyperreal token, has use cases in payments and tokenization. Check this out. It's even received a 100% score from Binance. That's a major stamp of credibility. Real token is still in its early stages, but it's already gaining traction fast. It started with a small initial investment base and has now earned a 100% QOIC score, a huge indicator of quality. Wallet count, it jumped from just under 1,900 to over 2,234 in a single day. That means more and more people are discovering this project and rushing to get in. And as demand rises, so does the price. That's exactly what we're seeing now. This token is utility-based, it's early, and it has massive upside potential. Checks all the boxes investors are looking for. What makes it even more bullish? It's backed by a major player real fee. You can check it out yourself at payrealfee.com. Once you're there, hit the Real Token tab and it'll show you all the platforms where it's listed. They even have a built-in widget that lets you buy directly with your credit or debit card. That's a global gateway, real accessibility, real scalability. Now look, none of this is financial advice. You've got to do your own research. But here's what I am saying. XRP is set to explode, and tokens built on the XRP ledger like Real Token are likely to go parabolic too. This bull run could create generational wealth, and we're not talking months from now. We're talking days or weeks. The window is small and it's closing fast. So with that said, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, drop a comment with your thoughts, and share this video with someone who needs to see it. I'll catch you in the next one.